Alright everyone, welcome to the Stock Car Spectacle. My name is Ian Jortson. I'm here with my co-host.
I'm Nick Kinsel.
And we're going to be talking about what just happened at Pocono. We're going to be talking a little bit about the Coca-Cola 600. So let's start off. What do you got for your diecast of the week, Nick?
Alright, diecast of the week this week actually means a lot to me. It's Trevor Bayne's 2012 Good Sam Ford. What is it? What did they used to run back then? The Ford. Does that have to be?
That's the Fusion.
The Ford Fusion.
Mm-hmm.
So that car means a lot because my first ever race at Chicagoland Speedway was this car, and I actually have a picture in front of it. You'll see
yeah?
like little 12-year-old me posing in front of this car.
We'll put it right here.
Yeah, right. Like that's when we like snuck into the garage. We didn't know what was going on. It was our first time there, so we just got in the garage, and I was like, "Oh God, it's this car right there!" Like, hell yeah, we're gonna take a picture in front of this car. So, yeah, I brought that one this week, and then I got the helmet again. I got the hauler made a comeback. I got the little 1/64th of it, and it was a hard find on eBay. It was.
Which one, the 124 or 164?
The 124 was a hard find. It actually doesn't have his. What I don't like about the car is it doesn't have his name on the where you would see it on the name rail, but
on the side of the car.
On the side of the car, it does not have his name, but it is under his name, like on the box. It says Trevor Bayne on it, so it's just kind of weird, but it was a hard find, so I'll take it.
Is that a Lionel diecast?
I believe so. Oh, let's see. I got the box right here.
I'm surprised that they didn't.
Yeah, it is a Lionel, so it's interesting, but it's like one of the only cars I have that doesn't have the name on the name rail. It's weird.
Yeah, so it makes it a little special, I guess.
Yeah, I guess you could say that. I mean, it was a hard find. I think I got it for $46 on eBay, but I was looking all over for it, and I found it. So it's better than paying $400 than for some of these diecast cars.
Right.
It's crazy. So yeah, that's my diecast of the week this week.
I like it. I like it a lot. So, celebrating his second ARCA win in a row, Ty Majeski. He's doing some great things in the ARCA series, and it's crazy that we're just hearing of his name now. Well, it's because, he came up into the ARCA series, and he's just making some great moves right now. And I love this iRacing car.
Oh, the iRacing car is awesome because Ty is an iRacer, but the only thing I don't like about it is the cursed 60 car.
Oh, well, and the first time he raced in that car, too, he wrecked. So,
of course.
That 60 car, I'm glad
it's gone.
It's not running.
It does not have an Xfinity program, so...
hopefully it will never come back.
I hope it does not. Because
the only person that actually did some good in that car was Mark Martin.
Oh, absolutely.
So that's my diecast of the week, so let's get on with the show. Let's talk about the ARCA race at Pocono, the hashtag Anywhere is Possible 200.
Hashtag, where was all the cars in that race?
18 cars entered the race. Get me in there, man.
Yeah, honestly, I looked it up one time. It only costs $1,500 to enter an ARCA car. I almost bought one off on eBay. There's an ARCA car going for I think it's $5,500. And, it was fully ready to go and race, so I was just joking with my buddy one time. I was like, well, the competition is so bad in ARCA, and he knows how to drive stick, so get me as your crew chief, and let's go fund a team.
Hey, well, let's start a stock car spectacle car.
I bet you we can run 18th in that
car.
Yeah.
Hey, and you know what? We'll feel good because we're racing,
We're racing, and we might come home 18th out of 20th, but that still gets the brand out on the racetrack. But
exactly.
God damn, 18 cars.
I think we talked about it our last show. We talked about how there's probably 8 competitive cars. I see 3, maybe 2.
There was 4 cars that finished on the lead lap. I mean, it's Pocono. It's a big racetrack, and only have 4 cars finished on the lead lap. The ARCA Racing Series is just a joke. It's an embarrassment to motorsports. It's one of the most embarrassing racing series I've ever seen. You got Venturi Motorsports, and that's about it. They have the 4 most competitive cars on the track.
Maybe DGR.
And even, DGR Crossley comes in at second. And even Venturi Motorsports number 55 car is still not even that competitive. It's running 8th or 9th. And in the ARCA series, that is not good.
Yeah. I mean, the only one that's doing stuff for that team is Michael Self. Yeah. So they really, ARCA needs to work on their program because it's getting a little boring to watch. Because the only entertaining races I've really seen in the past is maybe Road America or some of those short track racing. But
with NASCAR coming in to step in and help, hopefully they can get them some better chassis or at least something, because
some better aero package.
At least so we can get 15 competitive cars on the racetrack and not 18. When we go to the track in a couple weeks here, if we're seeing 18 cars on the racetrack, that is going to be one hell of a boring race to watch.
Oh, yeah. I really hope that's not what happens at Chicagoland.
It's ridiculous. It's an embarrassment. That's why nobody goes to these ARCA races. Nobody watches these ARCA races at all. That's why ARCA's really not on TV. They're on MATV, and occasionally they're on FS2.
Yeah, if they get the chance.
If they get the chance. And even when, the amount of viewers on that is not very high, because like we were talking about, you got the Venturiti Motorsports guys and maybe one of the DGR Crosley guys. It's those two teams battling it out. And then you have 8th place running 2 laps down.
Right. It's
a joke.
Flat out ridiculous, so I really hope NASCAR fixes something with that series.
Otherwise, I don't know how they have enough funding and enough viewership to keep it going. This is crazy. Like we said, me and you can jump inside one of these bad boys and we'll run just as competitive as 18th place does.
Definitely.
That's a joke. Let's get into the race a little bit. 18 cars, end of the race. Boring. Harrison Burton wins the pole, and Burton and Riley Herbst led the field to green in row number 1.
And we had Riley Herbst. He took the lead immediately on lap 1, and he was a force to be reckoned with.
He really was all race long. And then on lap 29, we get a caution for Bobby Gerhart as his car stopped on the racetrack.
Just one of those underfunded guys. Their car just stops working and brings out the caution. But that race, at that point in the race, it was so just far gone that Riley Herbst, he already lapped, I think, by lap 45, there were 7 cars on the lead lap.
That's ridiculous.
So, that stacks the field back up, and then,
But here we go. Ty Majeski takes the lead from Herbst using a pit strategy, and he is able to get out in front of him as Herbst is coming off a pit row with 12 to go. What a gutsy move there by Ty Majeski. Paid off in the end for him. 2nd ARCA race win in a row. Hopefully some team in NASCAR picks this kid up. He deserves a second chance. What happened with Roush, that was not good at all. But that wasn't good for any of the 3 drivers in that car last year. So hopefully with this, somebody's looking out for him.
Oh, yeah. And I think that move that Majeski made on Herbst, I think that was probably the most exciting part of the race.
Oh, absolutely. And then 4 cars on the lead lap. That's embarrassing.
Downright ridiculous. So let's get into the Xfinity race, the Pocono Green 250, recycled by J.P. Mascaro and Sons.
What a mouthful that one is.
Wow. What's going on with these names for these races, man? First we had the hashtag anywhere is possible, and now we got this mouthful.
Makes no sense at all. I think Kurt Busch did a pretty solid job for himself.
Oh yeah, he definitely did. I'm surprised he wasn't on the the drivers only broadcast.
He called a pretty good race with Adam and the boys up there. This was a pretty entertaining race to watch. Cole Custer was able to lead the field of green, but the big story in this race, I think, had to have been the big story throughout most of the race was Tyler Reddick going from 34th to 12th in 3 laps. Tyler Reddick is a force to be reckoned with in the Xfinity Series this year.
Tame the beast.
Tame the beast, and that is what he is doing right now.
Yes, he is.
Lap 6, Brandon Jones. More troubles for that kid. Oh, boy, it's not looking good for him. Coming out of turn 1, a wrecked car on the wall.
I saw so many tweets when that happened, are we surprised?
Yeah, why are we surprised at this point? It's like he's bringing out wreck cautions week after week in the Xfinity Series.
This guy's in probably one of the best cars in the Xfinity Series.
Joe Gibbs racing everyone.
The 19 car just came off of a championship a few years ago.
Yeah, like Daniel Suarez.
Why? I don't know why Brandon Jones. I don't think he's just that level of driver to compete in this kind of series, in this type of equipment.
The car is there. The driver's not.
No,
clearly.
Not at all, because he just spun by himself coming out of turn 1 there.
Yeah, even Kurt Busch is like, I don't even know how that happened, and lack of driver talent right there.
Exactly.
I'd say.
Then we had a caution. Lap 12 is Chad Fitchum, Joey Gase, and Todd Peck. They get together and spin out. We just had a bunch of
3 goofballs right there.
Yeah, just underfunded guys racing for a top 20 spot. So we move on from there, and then we have 9 to go in stage 1. Christopher Bell, he gets loose and spins. He avoids everything, and he comes out without a scratch. I think that was some good moves.
Yeah, good move. Lucky for him right there. Could have ended his day quite early.
Big time.
Cole Custer went on to win stage 1. And then we're moving on throughout the race. Stage 2 was, Justin Allgaier, Junior Motorsports. I was thinking, when is Junior Motorsports going to start showing up to the racetrack a little bit here? Last year, they had a phenomenal start to the season. I don't think any has any Junior Motorsports driver won this season?
I
do not think
Michael
so.
Annett.
Michael Annett won the season opener at Daytona.
Yeah, Justin Allgaier.
But these intermediate courses, nobody's found victory lane for Junior Motorsports
Noah
yet.
Gregson's been having a lot of speed.
The speed is definitely there. Who's going to be able to close it out? And I think it's going to be Allgaier here. We're coming up to Iowa Speedway here in a couple weeks from now. That's a really good racetrack for those Junior Motorsports drivers.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see. I think Allgaier is going to be the first one to get the win on an intermediate course for Junior Motorsports.
Oh, I think so as well, because he's got the raw talent. That's for sure.
Absolutely.
All right, so we got 6 to go in the race. We got Jeffrey Earnhardt making slight contact with Austin Cindric, spinning into the apron, and he saves the car from wrecking.
Yeah, that kind of blew for him.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a big Jeffrey Earnhardt supporter.
Yeah,
and everything, like how he got this deal with Gibbs, and he's performing pretty well. I'd say it's not great for a Gibbs car, but he's doing what he needs to do, I think.
Oh yeah, he shows that he can race with the top guys.
Yeah, and he got robbed of a top 10 there. Did he still finish the race in the top 10? I don't think so, because the caution came out with 6 to go.
Yeah.
I don't think he was able to drive his way back up there, but last time out, he got his first top 5 with them. So he's definitely moving in the right direction. Give him some more opportunity, some more, let him get comfortable in that race car, and I think he'll be a pretty solid driver for Gibbs.
I feel kind of bad. I used to hate on Jeffrey Earnhardt so much. Like, me and my dad, we would just, come on, Jeffrey, what are you doing? Like, he's just running, like, those low, underfunded cars in the Cup Series, the 33 Hulu car.
Oh, that team shut down.
Week after week, they were wrecking. He couldn't perform. And I think I tweeted at him one time. I was like, hey, come on, man, what are you doing? Like, you go racing some the lower tier series. Go racing Xfinity or trucks or even ARCA. Build up some more talent. And he came back at me. He was like, "Oh, you don't understand all this stuff." And then I was like, "Oh,
did he dish you a block?"
He did not give me a block. He did not. But I felt bad about that tweet, so I later deleted it. But I'm admitting that it happened right now. But right now, I feel bad that I said that about him, because he does have the talent. He just was not in
the car.
Exactly. So my apologies to Jeffrey.
If he ever sees this.
Yes.
So, and then 3 laps later, we get a caution with 3 to go. Allgaier tries making it 4 wide into turn 1. He spins, taps to 22 of Austin Cindric.
It's a gutsy move right there that you just made. Into turn 1 at Pocono. You're going 4 wide. No way you're
It's like a 1-groove turn right there. Yeah. Oh, easily. Every car wants to dive down at the bottom in that turn. So, hey, you got to do what you got to do. Let's talk about that last lap. That last lap was crazy. Tyler Reddick, he takes the lead on that final restart, and I'm thinking, oh, he's gone. He's going to win this thing. But nope. Stop. Hold your horses. Reddick gets loose, exiting turn 3, and Cole Custer takes advantage and takes the win at Pocono, his 3rd win of the season. Cole Custer's a threat.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. I think a lot of people were sleeping on Cole Custer at the start of the season, because we were all looking at Tyler Reddick and Christopher Bell.
Oh, absolutely.
But Cole Custer, he's coming out, and he's... I really think he's going to be the guy that's going to be holding up the trophy at the end of the season.
I can make a strong case for that. It's going to be Reddick. It's going to be Custer. It's going to be Bell. It's going to be Allgaier going for it. Mm-hmm. And I don't...
Allgaier's my wild card.
Allgaier's your wild card.
Anyone could be in Allgaier's spot.
Yeah.
Because I feel like Allgaier could... Also, someone could overtake him,
Right.
There could be someone like... I don't know. Like, I'm just pulling this out of my hat. Like, Michael Annett, maybe. Like, he'll start doing something, or Noah Gragson, they'll start getting some speed.
Well, I mean, with these fake playoff systems that we got going here, anything's possible. We can have like drivers that were 12th place in points all season long wind up in Homestead. That's just how horrible of a playoff system NASCAR has. So,
I mean, would you rather go back to the old system where we knew who the champion was 2 weeks beforehand?
I mean, no, but we talked about this before, about the tweaks that they need to make to this playoff system, because it's just borderline ridiculous. Last year proved it. Tyler Reddick's really making a name for himself this year. I just don't think he made a name for himself last year.
Right.
I don't think he should have been there, but that's why I'm sitting in this seat and I'm not making decisions for NASCAR.
Exactly. So, that incredible move by Custer, getting his 3rd win of the season.
Oh, yeah, definitely a strong team right there.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. And then let's go on to the Pocono 400.
All right, so William Byron, his 2nd pole in a row. I was thinking maybe this is the day he gets it done. So let me down again. And Kyle Busch is going to join him on the front row. So it was a start to the race. We saw them fan out a lot. The restarts were very exciting, I'd say.
Yeah.
The opening restart, he got up to like 3-4 wide. So yeah, it was an interesting start to the race.
A lot of the long, green flag racing just reminded me of just like years in the past, mile-and-a-half racing. Just, everyone's like a second in front of each other. There's no actual passing going on. Brad Keselowski talked about how terrible it was to pass people.
Oh yeah.
So this package did not work well at Pocono, unfortunately.
I really don't think it did. Like Denny Hamlin was saying after the race that this is a package that could work at Michigan, but it didn't seem to really work at Pocono.
No, well, Pocono is also an IndyCar track, so...
I also would not mind seeing Pocono being taken off the Cup Series schedule.
You and probably thousands of other people, man.
Get New Hampshire and get Pocono off there, and I am going to be a happy, happy man.
And Kansas.
Yeah,
not a big fan of Kansas and Kentucky.
Kansas is a sisterhood track to Chicagoland. I think Chicagoland puts on the better racing, and then Kentucky's just another boring mile-and-a-half track. I'd like to see one of the old tracks come back, take their place. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I mean they're talking about the Rockingham coming back, so that'd be pretty nice to see.
And then drivers are also advocating for Nashville to come back as well. Like the crowd was pretty filled there they had a World of Outlaws race this past weekend.
Yeah, I saw that.
But it sucks because that's World of Outlaws. That's dirt track racing. And the ARCA Series ran there about a month ago. Maybe 14 people were in the crowd.
Yeah. So, I don't know why people don't like stock car racing down there. Maybe it's just because it was the ARCA Series. No one knows anyone in the ARCA Series.
Exactly. So Kyle Larson, back to the Pocono race here. Kyle Larson went on to win stage 1. He kind of keeping his hotness going on the racetrack a little bit there.
That All-Star race really gave him some momentum to, fight for the top. And then we got lap 8 of stage 2. We had Matt DiBenedetto blow a tire.
More and more bad luck for DiBenedetto this year.
And I thought he was actually going to do really good this year in that 95 car, but...
That's why I dropped him for my fantasy team first day I got him.
Smart move. And then engine problems for Martin Truex Jr. taking him out of the race.
That was a big round of applause from me.
Yeah.
I do not like Martin Truex Jr.
Really?
Nope. I have my personal reasons for that.
Wow.
Uh-huh.
Would you care to explain?
Okay, so it was his championship season, and this guy, it was a Texas race. He's got a really big lead that he coughed up. He happened to blame this guy for it. Here's the thing. Trevor Bayne was 0.7 of a second in front of him, and he's like, oh, that damn 6 car blocking everywhere. How's he blocking you if he's almost a second away from you? So I had my problems with him. Ever since then, and he's just a crybaby. He's turning into baby Kyle Busch here.
Really?
He's a crybaby.
I don't see it that much.
Oh, I definitely see it. Martinsville, he was a little whiny baby.
Oh, after Joey took him out?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, come on, you gotta be pissed.
He's a little whiny. He's a whiny baby. He's a whiny baby every time something doesn't go his way. He can finish. He's turning into baby Kyle Busch for me, and I do not like the guy for it. He had my respect up until then.
All right. Damn. Didn't expect that today.
Oh, yeah. Not
You're probably one of the only people that I know that don't like him.
Oh,
his personality-wise.
See, here's the thing about Truex is that he's complaining about all these lap cars and everything, but he was once that lap car.
Oh, yeah.
So cut the guy some slack. You were once in their spot. Like, you sucked with Michael Waltrip racing in that 56 car.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad they took you out of the playoffs that year when they added Jeff Gordon in after the Boyer intentional spin.
That was...
That was crazy, but that's a story for another time. But yeah, you sucked in the 56 car. Yeah, and then you go to your first year of first row, you're garbage. And then the 2016 season came around, and I was like, all right, I really like this guy. Until he made those damn comments, and I was like, all right, screw you again. And now he's complaining about lap cars week in and week out when they have really nothing to do with it. Like when he took out Bailey Curry during the 600, that's an underfunded team that was probably their only car. If not, they had one more. There was no need for that. So Martin Truex Jr., I do not like him.
Yeah, well, Bailey Curry was able to use that car this week at Pocono.
Yeah, but how many hours did that team have to go to repair that car? There's just no need for it.
Right.
Truex was out in front by God knows how many seconds. He could have just taken it easy, and he could have just got him on the side going down the backstretch, but that's just Martin Truex Jr. Don't like him.
All right, man. Well,
that's the next rant for the week right there.
All right, well, there we go. Hopefully we'll get a sponsorship for this little segment. Maybe like some like Red Bull or something. Or like
right.
Just like,
something to make me angry.
Yeah.
Right. This is now 3 weeks in a row I've gotten to rant about something.
Hey, and it's working.
It's working for me. It amps me up a little bit. All right, back to the race here. 14 laps to go in the race, and Ricky Reckhouse hits the wall in the tunnel turn.
Not surprised.
Not surprised either.
that guy's on the edge of wrecking every week, either himself or someone else.
That's why I call him Reckhouse.
Yep. And then we got Larson pitting with 9 to go from damage from a scrum with Boyer. Boyer just getting right behind him, just hard racing. Larson trying to block him. Larson hitting the wall really hard, taking him out of contention.
You got to know you're gonna try and block. Don't put you in the wall, especially you got like Clint Boyer. Oh yeah, sucks for Larson. Had a really good day going there.
Oh yeah,
winning the first 2 stages. I think that's the first time all season he's done that. So
he hasn't won a stage since Atlanta earlier this year.
Right. So he had a good run going, and it sucks to see it end like that. But hey, and bring out the champagne. Whoop-de-doo. Rowdy Busch wins the Pocono 400.
4th time this season. Enter
the Peter Griffin video. Who the hell cares? Because I do not.
Yeah.
That interview was pretty funny. The post-race when he was in the media center. And the guy tried to ask him the question. And
Stop asking me about the damn package.
Stop asking me package questions. I'm done answering them. Next. Okay.
I'm done answering these questions.
Oh,
he hates the new package. Don't ask him about it. But if I'm a reporter, I'm advocating all of you reporters right now to keep on asking that question.
Yeah, well, it's because it's the #1 story this season.
Oh, absolutely.
And, he's winning so much in these things, but he
should love the package. You keep winning these damn things.
I don't understand at all why he
that's Kyle Busch.
Yeah,
Kyle Busch hates his race car 99% of the race, hates his crew 99% of the race, and then he comes on the last percent when he wins the race. He's like, oh, hell yeah, guys, great car, great teamwork, everything. But then with 10 laps to go, he'll be like, this car sucks.
Yeah.
We suck.
Yeah, and even after, he wins, he'll still complain about it.
He'll be like, yeah, I mean, the car is okay, but yeah, gotta thank Adam and the guys for putting together a good hazelnut Camry for me this weekend. Kyle Busch. We forgot to mention this. Kevin Harvick got his race screwed by his damn pit crew again. Where have we seen this before?
We've seen it too many times this season, man.
We've seen Harvick fire his pit crew before. I would not be surprised if whoever let that one go is going to get the boot.
And Tony will back him up too.
100%. Kevin Harvick had himself a race going there.
Oh yeah.
couple races this season. He's had a race going and something screwed him. The pit crews screwed him a couple times. So
because by this time I think Harvick had like 5
they
wins.
were showing that stat yesterday. Yeah, 5 wins and over like 800 laps led at this point in the season, and now he's got 0 wins and a couple hundred laps led this season.
And I was up $200, and now I'm down like 150.
Thank you, pit crew. You screwed my fantasy team.
Yeah,
yet again.
So Harvick, just such a dominant season last year to just go into this mediocre racing. It's just
mediocre
crazy.
Racing, and he's still like 3rd or 4th.
Oh yeah, well, if Bubba Wallace was racing like Harvick right now,
he'd be the talk of NASCAR.
Yeah, but it's Kevin Harvick. They expect him to win week in and week out, just like Kyle Busch.
Oh yeah.
Kyle Busch had this problem 2 years ago.
Right.
When he just could not win up until coming to Indy, I think it was, where he broke that. Yeah. So, drivers go through with it. He'll be a summer bloomer. That's how Tony Stewart was. He didn't start winning until the summer season. So.
Right. Remember his last championship when he won 5 out of the 10 chase races. Jesus Christ.
That was a hell of a run.
And yet he still only beat Carl Edwards by 1 point.
Yeah.
For a win in the damn race. That is crazy. But back to Kyle Busch. Kyle Busch is on a roll. You can say what you want about him.
Mm-hmm.
I hate him, but...
Hey, I hate him too, but he is the most talented driver in NASCAR right now.
Did you see his comments he made about his truck program?
2 out of 10.
2 out of 10. Yikes. Harrison Burton and Todd Gilliland. Yeet.
I think we should give those boys maybe a little bit more credit. I mean,
I'm giving Harrison Burton more time. I'm not giving Todd Gilliland any more time.
No.
Todd's been there before. He needs to step it up. And Harrison Burton's still running top 10 every week, but for Kyle Busch, that ain't good.
No, not at all.
We see Kyle Busch went 5 for 5 on his truck season this year. So, obviously, the equipment's there. It's just these guys are young still. Harrison Burton's 18 years old. I'm older than Harrison Burton.
Right.
You're older than Harrison Burton. A lot of NASCAR fans are older than Harrison Burton. Give the kid some time to develop, but Todd Gilliland, on the other hand, Todd is a click, and Kyle Busch is not afraid to move you, man.
Right. And, we've talked about this weeks in the past. Todd Gilliland, you don't start doing stuff, you're going to get the boot.
Kyle Busch is not afraid to make them comments.
No, not at all.
Did you see he saw his comments after the 600 last week when he said, yeah, Joe, put in my resignation, I quit. And then Corey LaJoy got back on Twitter. He's like, well, I'm sending in an application to Joe Gibbs Racing right now. Kyle Busch quit. So...
Yeah.
How do you not find the guy for saying something like that? Like, you're in top tier equipment and you're complaining about running like 7th.
I just don't know how you can complain so much for running with a team like Joe Gibbs.
The most dominant, like Penske and Gibbs this season. Like, it's week in and week out. They're the only teams to figure it out. And what is going on with Chevrolet this season? 1 win, Talladega. That is it.
Absolutely ridiculous. I mean, Chase Elliott is the only one to produce.
He's the top Chevrolet driver right now. I think the other Hendrick drivers are starting to get there, but without a doubt, Chase Elliott and I'd say Kurt Busch are the top 2 Chevy drivers right now. Because Kurt Busch in that one car had a little streak going there, those top 5 and top 10.
Oh, yeah.
Those 2 are figuring it out. But Chevy needs to start winning here some more because Toyota and Ford with the Penske and then all these damn Gibbs wins, like, holy cow.
Yeah, so they're racking them up, and do you think it could be part of, like, the Camaro could be the problem?
It's the Camaro. Yeah, the Camaro very well. Like, the Chevys have struggled ever since going to Z01 last year. Like, we saw more Chevy wins last year, but 1 win, and we're entering the summer months here, and your 1 win was a restrictor plate.
Right.
So,
and, that's where Chevy dominates, too.
Chevy dominates there, so it's, I need to start upping it up a bit here.
Yeah, I'd say so because it's weird because Chevy used to be the most dominant team in NASCAR when I was growing up.
Hendrick Motorsports used to just be the powerhouse of NASCAR, and now here's Joe Gibbs Racing, and even Penske's starting to take it over a little bit. Those cars, like, shout out to Eric Jones, he finally showed up this week.
It's about time, he's running in one of the best cars in NASCAR, and he week in and week out he
finds a way to screw up his race.
Yeah, he's either wrecking or he's just ending up in the back of the pack. So finally gets top 5. Congrats!
Congratulations, man.
Hopefully This will keep some momentum. He won't lose his job.
I was reading reports that Eric Jones might be on his way out because there's a man by the name of Christopher Bell who's ready for some Cup Series racing. So.
Yep.
But then I also read another report that contract extensions are in talk for Jones. So that would only leave Denny Hamlin as the next guy out.
I don't see him leaving anytime soon.
He's having a great season.
Oh, yeah.
Like
Better than last year.
Oh, my God. Like, this season compared to last year, Denny Hamlin is... He really found his stuff. I think he kind of felt that pressure there. But, yeah, Gibbs and Penske are there. Chevrolet, not there.
No, not at all. So,
we got the Michigan International Speedway this weekend. That's a good track for Kyle Larson.
I'm excited for this race,
That's a good track for Chevrolet right there. You got Kyle Larson runs really well there. Chase Elliott runs really well there.
We had a really good race at California. So, and these are sister tracks.
All right.
So I wouldn't be surprised to see the kind of the same result at Michigan.
Absolutely. And then, Joe Gibbs is going to be good there. Joe Gibbs Racing is going to be good there. Maybe Harvick.
Hey, let's see. He got the win last year.
Got the win last year there, but I can see like a Martin Truex Jr. Hate the guy. We talked about that, but I can see him leading some of that race, maybe even contending for the win. But I think this is going to be Chase Elliott or Kyle Larson in Michigan on Sunday.
Chevy weekend, huh?
I think Chevrolet finally going to get it done.
Okay.
I want to lean more. I think Chase Elliott's the guy who's going to do it, but I would love to see Kyle Larson get it done. So, yeah, that's my prediction for the weekend.
All right, I'm right there with you. I think Kyle Larson, I think he'll most likely get it done because we know he's one of the best at the 2-mile tracks.
He can run that high groove, he's gone.
And I really think Kevin Harvick could break his losing streak this season.
Absolutely.
Take Keelan for another ride to victory lane.
They banned that. They banned that right away, right after that.
I love that.
That was awesome.
So, we're going to get excited for this race. And who you got for the Xfinity race?
Cole Custer.
Cole Custer going 2 in a row?
2 in a row. He ran well at Auto Club. I think he won at Auto Club earlier this year.
Yes, he did. Yes,
so
he did.
I look for Cole Custer to be strong, and I look for Christopher Bell to also be strong.
Yeah. I'm going for lottery pick. I'm going for Michael Annett, man.
Michael Annett. See, the thing about Michael Annett here is he doesn't have a good practice. Or he has an okay qualifying, but at the end of the race, the team really finds something. I think he'll run in the top 10, but I think it's going to take some strategy for Annett to get up there.
That's why.
Lottery pick.
Lottery pick.
There you go.
Just going for it, man.
Going for it. Hell yeah.
But, I think that's the end of our show. I think
that's all we got.
We covered what we wanted to cover.
Absolutely.
And thanks for joining us. Thanks for watching Stock Car Spectacle. Check us out on Twitter and Instagram. And we'll check you out next time.
All right.